Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and our title today is Draft Dodging Diet. Let's move on to language focus. 1번. However, Slim made the mistake of telling friends that he was going to find out a way to get out of military service. Okay, so as you can see, I have highlighted made the mistake of. So use made the mistake of doing something to describe an incorrect action or decision. So make the mistake of는 무언가를 실수했거나 잘못한 걸 설명할 때 쓰인다. So, yes, you describe an incorrect action or decision. So let's have a look at our example. Volodya. You notice how the writer uses the name Volodya a lot? I don't know who Volodya is, but must be a friend. Volodya made the mistake of quitting his job without having a new one. So Volodya는 새로운 직장을 찾기 전에 그만두는 실수를 했다. So he made the mistake of quitting his job without having a new one. So at the moment, he's jobless. He's currently without a job. And that's a big mistake, I guess, for Volodya. Some people might take some time off, but for Volodya, I guess he was expecting to get a new job quickly. That's the kind of meaning that I'm getting from this sentence. Next example, don't make the mistake of agreeing to something you don't really want to do. 동의하고 싶지 않은 것에 동의하는 실수를 하지 마라. Yeah, that's a very simple piece of advice, and I have not done that before. I have also agreed to do things that I didn't want to do, but yes, it makes a lot of sense. So yes, make the mistake of. Let's go on to 2번 now. 2번. The bad news for him that he is going to have to serve in the military, whether he likes it or not. So we're going to learn a very common expression today. We use whether one likes it or not to describe a situation where a person has no choice about something. So whether one likes it or not, 좋든 싫든. So 받아들이든 말든. 선택권이 없는 상황을 설명할 때 쓰인다. So, example. Nathan's parents told him that he had to do his homework whether he liked it or not. Nathan의 부모님은 그에게 좋든 싫든 숙제를 해야 한다고 말했습니다. So Nathan probably did not want to do his homework. I understand. I never wanted to do my homework either. But he has to do it whether he likes it or not. Usually in this situation, it's usually that you don't like the situation. But yeah. Anyway, next example. We all get older year by year, whether we like it or not. 좋든 싫든 우리는 매년 나이가 든다. So we have no choice, whether we like it or not. We're getting older by the year, and I constantly have nightmares about getting older. But I don't mind my age, but getting a little bit older is a bit scary. Alright, now let's look at the language focus quiz. 1번. I made the mistake of telling that. So remember, make the mistake of. We use it when doing something to describe an incorrect action or decision. So make the mistake of 무언가를 실수했거나 잘못한 걸 설명할 때 쓰인다. So I made the mistake of telling, let's see, who did I make the mistake of telling? Telling him that he looked fat in that suit. So 저는 그에게 정장 입는 모습이 뚱뚱해 보인다고 말실수를 했습니다. That's how I'm feeling these days when I wore a suit yesterday and I felt very, very fat in it. I have to lose some weight. 2번. Made the mistake of trying to let's say I made the mistake of trying to run a marathon without training. So, 저는 훈련 없이 마라톤을 뛰으라고 한 실수를 했어요. Which is actually a true story. I did run a marathon without training very much. It was horrible. Okay, 3번. Kids have to, whether they like it or not. Let's keep it simple. Remember, just to go back up, whether one likes it or not, 좋든 싫든, etc. So, kids have to go to school, whether they like it or not. 어린이들은 좋았든 싫었든 학교를 가야 합니다. And 4번. All of us, whether we like it or not. All of us have to pay taxes, whether we like it or not. 우리 모두는 좋든 싫든 세금을 내야 합니다. Alright, now let's look at the further discussion. 1번. In addition to people who are underweight, who else is eligible for alternative service instead of combat? 저체중 사람들뿐만 아니라 국복무 대신 공익공무원 자격이 되는 사람들은 누구입니까? Overweight people, I believe, people with disabilities, people who are genuinely sick with some sort of disease or possible deficiency or illness. Yeah, all those people. It's a very simple question. Those people with those types of situations are usually eligible for alternative services like going to work for a governmental office or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, not everyone can do combat duty. 2번. If someone you knew told you that they were going to find a way to get out of the military service, would you report them? Why do you think that Slim's friends reported him? Okay, so 만약 누군가가 당신에게 군 복무를 회피하려고 한다면 그를 신고하겠습니까? 슬림의 친구들은 왜 그를 신고했다고 생각하세요? It's hard for me to say because I haven't done military service and I guess I won't be doing military service. And, you know, you'd have to ask a Korean person, should I say, Korean citizen about this question because I feel like obviously the military is a big part of a man's life here in Korea. It takes up almost 2 years of their life. It used to be more back in the day. And sometimes people think that is unfair, that they have to spend 1.5 years, 2 years in the military. So I can understand the anger that is behind certain people if they are trying to avoid the situation. I mean, there's obviously big controversy when it comes to celebrities having to, or trying to, should I say, avoid the military. That's, I guess, the reason why Slim's friends, reported him was because they had to do the military service and it was really unfair if they had to do it and he was trying to avoid it. And maybe they just also thought he wasn't that good of a friend as well. So that's the reason why they reported it. I can imagine that would be the situation. Anyway, that wraps it up for today, and I'll see you on the next class.
Thinly disguised.
Thinly disguised.
In question.
In question.
Personnel.
Personnel.
Dehydrate.
Dehydrate.
Draft dodging.
Draft dodging.
Feel sorry for somebody.
Feel sorry for somebody.